guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. I'm your host, Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk some old school NBA basketball. In today's episode, I want to take a look at NBA players and NBA legends saying that they were afraid of Michael Jordan, which is kind of interesting to see that such great players actually feared MJ, but that just shows how good MJ really was. But before we dive into that, I want to give a quick shout out to the Patreons of this episode. Thanks a lot, you guys, for supporting the show. As always, it's really appreciated. And if you want to support the show even more, please subscribe to the channel. All right, enough said. Now let's dive right into today's episode. So the first players that I want to take a look at are former teammates of Michael Jordan. So I'm talking about Steve Kerr, Jeb Buechler, and Bill Wennington. Let's have a look.
People were afraid of him. We were his teammates and we were afraid of him. And there was just fear.
Catch the ball when I throw it to you. I just threw it to you.
Ignore this guy. He's come through, but he's overplayed.
The fear factor of MJ was so thick.
Yeah, let's not get it wrong. He was a jerk. He crossed the line numerous times. But as time goes on and you think back about what he was actually trying to accomplish, you're like, yeah, he was a hell of a teammate.
He was pushing us all to be better because he wanted to win.
Steve, what was that first year like? You're playing for Cotton?
For Cotton Fitzsimmons.
Yeah.
You know, my experience was totally different than these guys because I was a, late second round pick. I didn't know if I was going to make the league. I was on a non-guaranteed contract. And I'll never forget one of my first exhibition games, we played the Bulls. And I was just trying to make the roster. And Michael Jordan gets the ball right in front of our bench. And I'm already scared to death. Like, God, I hope I don't get into this game. I'm not ready for this stuff. And he holds the ball out. He holds the ball out and he looks right at me. And I'm on the bench just kind of like, he holds the ball out and he goes, watch this. And he turns, he went right around Dan Marley, bam, dunks it, looks back at our bench and just starts laughing. And I'm looking like, there's no way in hell I can ever make this. Now I really don't want it.
And the next player that we're going to take a look at is Steve Nash, who was a huge Michael Jordan fan even when he was playing against MJ. And he has a very interesting insight about other players and the fear factor of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, he just had this charisma on top of all the gifts and skills and mentally, how great he is. I mean, playing against him, the one thing that I think that he was unlike any other player I've ever played against is that there was a real fear playing against him. Like people, I've never seen like the league be kind of fearful of a player or have that much reverence for a player. No matter who has come since then, that was a different feeling when you're playing Mike, because you just knew, like there was such a seriousness and competitiveness and fire in him, and there was a fear with how that was going to manifest itself potentially on any given night. So he was. I mean, where do you want to start and where do you want to finish with him? He was everything.
I actually told this story to Chris Middleton. My rookie year, I'm guarding him, and I can just, my heart's about to come out of my chest, and I'm just praying that he just shoots a fadeaway jump shot. But he decided to go baseline, and when he went to jump, all I could think about, this cannot be a highlight. And he just did like a little reverse layup. And as he came down and started running back, he just looked back and winked at me. And I thought, oh man, this could be a long night.
What do you remember about playing him when you guys were on the floor and he was guarding you and you were guarding him? And I'm sure some terrific shootouts over the years between just the two of you.
Looking back over 18 years, you'd have thought that Michael and I, the Bulls and the Pacers, would have played more than once in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. We only played once, and it was that epic 7-game series. You're measured by your competition. He is clearly, and in my opinion, the best basketball player I've ever seen today. I knew that I had to bring it each and every time I stepped on the court when I was going against MJ.
Were you friends?
No.
Now Michael Jordan and Reggie Miller having a go at it. And I mean, we get fist throwing. Here come the benches. Bo Hill is out there. Bill Jackson's going out there. There'll be fines handed out all over the place here. But more importantly, what in the world ignited this?
We weren't friends.
Talk to each other on the floor?
He might have been the one player I didn't talk to.
Really?
Yeah. And he might have been the one player who could really embarrass you.
And he could come back at you pretty good too.
Yeah, he could come right back at you. I wanted what he had.
Now, the next player that we're going to take a look at is Shaquille O'Neal, who opened up about fearing Michael Jordan. Now, let's have a look.
Look at that big Back to 1993, his first trip to Chicago. And
that's a charge. Oh, that's barbecue chicken.
29 and 24.
Oh, that's a big
for
number.
Shaq, 64 for MJ.
They got 64.
64 what?
Like combined with rebounds, points.
64 points.
And you know what? Since the statute of limitations is
and Orlando won the game in overtime.
What? Since the statute of limitations was up, I was terrified out there.
Were you really?
Yeah.
You scared of MJ?
Yeah.
You gave
For
him
how
20?
long? For how long? Right when you took the floor?
No, the whole game. Because one, he's the greatest player. Two, I was worried about him dunking on me and have to go back and, face the fellas. And then three, he was just so hot. I was like, man, this dude, like, the stuff that I saw when I was in college on TV, it's like really real. I was terrified. I mean, but, when I got the ball and saw those bums they had playing me, I was going to go to
Last
war.
one. What were you thinking when it was just you and MJ, 2002, game on the line, and you got the assignment to guard Jordan? Tell us what goes through your mind in that moment.
Man, I'm trying to block his shot. What you talking about, man?
Nah, he was shaking in his boots. That's MJ. Come on now, be real. That's MJ. He was like, don't get the game winner on me.
No, listen, I'm D'ing that man up the best way I can. Look, I'm all over that. Hey, man, he just shot that was great defense. He just hit a better offense.
Man, how you let 40-year-old Jordan hit the game winner on you, Matrix? Come on, man.
Dude, I'm not here for the Wizards Jordan slander.
Listen, Paul, you trying to take shots low key, but guess what? He hit someone y'all park for too, so don't even start. So
no, listen,
he got you too.
No, 40-year-old Jordan gave me 38, so I'm not mad.
Thank you.
And I played him straight up. That's the thing that most people don't do. It becomes more or less a mental game. Physical, you may have some advantage, you may not. But the mental aspect, you should be able to pick him apart. It wasn't that he had like 48 points that game, but it wasn't a 48 from being double teamed. I was playing him straight up, and he was just giving it to me. So
we lost game one because we were so nervous. But in game two, I played as well as I could play. And Michael just outplayed me. That was probably the first time in my life that I felt like there was a better basketball player in the world than me, to be honest with you.
I had to scout him. Had to run out, catch it, now throws it back to Michael. Caught him with one hand from 15 off the board. Talk about an athlete. What a shot. A save and a shot by MJ.
Don Dada for that. Of course. But Mike is a whole different thing. So I had to guard them both. And it's not even like Mike, let me go to sleep tonight, chill, let me rest the next day, let me stay focused, let me eat the right things. Yeah. Kobe, not saying that you had to switch it up, but I didn't have that fear. Yeah. Mike would have, you better bring your game.
You had Mike in his prime.
Mike in his prime. We went at him toe to toe, head to head.
I know, of course.
Mike was like, man, you never back down. You strong. Yeah. Hops, I love you. Yeah. God, he put me in his all-star games. Him and Mike love me, as far as my way. So KG had never seen me play against Mike. Yeah. So we're in the game, and I got about 24 going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Mike got about 18, 19.
Okay.
So I'm quiet. I always stay quiet when I play mine. I didn't talk too much. I mean, if he talked to me, I was going to talk back, but he never talked crazy to me. We just played. But I never talked crazy to him at all, right?
Yeah, you knew better.
Harper's alone. A 13-footer, and he misses. Rodman can't tip it in. Rebound O'Neal now. Stolen by Jordan.
from Hardaway. Picked him. Bluffs one at the line. They leave him open. Oh, the Bulls are up. Oh, baby. He left jock straps all over the hardwood down here.
Oh, but how he read that play to steal the pass, Brent, and then pump fake the ball as only Michael Jordan.
All right, you guys, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it before. And I'll see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.